In a new episode of Beyond Skinwalker Ranch, airing on Tuesday, June 17, the team tests the brain of phenomenon experiencer Chris Bledsoe to research his claims to mystical powers to communicate with magical spirits. The new episode will air at 9:30 p.m. ET on the History Channel. Those without cable can watch the show for free through Philo or DirecTV, each offering a free trial to new users. Sling is another option for streaming the show, and promotional offers are available. Ex-CIA agent Andy Bustamante and investigative journalist Paul Biban investigate a flurry of new and disturbing activity as they continue their forward recon mission to research areas of high strangeness beyond the borders of Skinwalker Ranch, according to the History Channel's description of the series. Below is a look at the series from History's YouTube channel. Those without cable can watch the show for free through Philo or DirecTV, each offering a free trial to new users. Sling is another option for streaming the show, and promotional offers are available. Philo is an over-the-top internet, live TV streaming service that offers 70-plus entertainment and lifestyle channels like AMC, BET, MTV, Comedy Central, and more, for the budget-friendly price of $28/month. The streaming platform offers a plethora of content, including streaming the best of live and on-demand, starting with more than 75 live TV channels. Sling TV is the first app-based TV service letting you stream live television and on-demand content over the internet. With Sling TV, you get to choose the television option that's right for you, including channel add-ons, premiums add-ons, DVR Plus, and more. A strange energy lingered in the thin mountain air. The team had returned to the mysterious ridge north of the Uinta Basin for Beyond Skinwalker Ranch Season 3, Episode 4, and something about this expedition already felt off. From the moment the crew arrived, equipment glitched. Drones lost GPS sync. Static clung to every radio transmission. Some force, was resisting their presence. The episode opened with a stark overhead shot of the surrounding forest, brushed in early morning mist, with intermittent camera distortions and electromagnetic anomalies registering in real time. The previous episode had teased an encrypted frequency intercepted near a remote section of this new hotspot, deep in a sector once used by Cold War-era intelligence operatives. Rumors connected this place to early government testing of exotic energy fields, long classified. Now, the team was determined to expose the truth beneath the overgrowth. Brandon Fugel, ever the watchful overseer, had dispatched retired Army intelligence expert Dr. Eric Alexander and veteran field investigator Andy Radford to lead the latest probe. They were joined by electromagnetic physicist Dr. Gina Talcott, whose custom field measuring equipment had already proven effective in detecting hidden signal distortions in previous missions. Their goal was to triangulate and identify the elusive lost frequency, a repeating EM burst that seemed to pulse every 6.5 hours, regardless of solar interference or weather. As the team approached the suspected origin point, a dense pine thicket veiled the path ahead. The forest floor was soft with decay. Deer prints crisscrossed with claw marks. Distant echoes of movement carried through the stillness. The camera zoomed on a peculiar set of hoofprints, split but uneven, leading directly toward a moss-covered mound. The topography resembled a collapsed structure. Dr. Talcott began setting up her portable frequency scanner beside the mound. It chirped once, then again. Suddenly, the readouts jumped. A surge. A powerful wave of RF interference spiked the system, enough to briefly power a deactivated field light a few feet away. Power from thin air. The team exchanged a silent glance. Even without words, their body language told the story. Something beneath them was alive, electrically. Back at command, the crew monitored the telemetry from their mobile base several clicks south. A visual anomaly was detected on the infrared cameras mounted near the tree line. A shimmering orb, a perfectly round thermal echo, floated at about 3 meters above ground before fading into invisibility. The object's temperature registered at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, but only for seconds. No heat trail. No sound. The anomaly's brief appearance coincided precisely with Dr. Talcott's equipment spike. On-screen maps began drawing parallels. Was the frequency drawing these heat signatures into our reality? Were the pulses openings, brief, invisible gates, into parallel energy fields? As night fell, the team remained in position near the mound. They constructed a temporary perimeter and prepared to launch a subterranean sonic scan. The goal? To penetrate the earth below and determine if the collapsed structure was natural or man-made. Painted a haunting picture, a 20-foot cylindrical void beneath the mound, with grid-like geometry. Not a cave. Not natural. Engineered. Andy deployed a drone with ground-penetrating radar capabilities. The bird took flight, only to drop from the sky seconds later. Its feed showed clear blue skies, then total blackout. Data corruption followed by electromagnetic burnout. By the time they retrieved it, the drone's internal compass had been magnetized into a frozen loop, pointing perpetually west, regardless of rotation. Back in the lab tent, the team examined the drone's damaged data core. Among the few salvageable images, a single frame stood out. A flash, a brief capture of what looked like a spiral of light descending from the trees, faint but distinct. Concentric rings, almost Fibonacci in design, surrounded a central void of pure darkness. The frequency, the same one they had traced, was encoded in the image's audio channel. It wasn't just sound anymore, it had form. Driven by this breakthrough, Dr. Alexander initiated an experimental counter-frequency emission. Using the team's broadcasting array, they replicated the discovered signal and sent it back into the field, pinging every 20 seconds for 2 full hours. A risky move, considering no one knew what kind of response it might provoke. The wait was tense. Hammers rolled. Static crackled. Wind died. Time stretched. The return frequency was different, deeper, resonant, oscillating in a lower range that vibrated loose items inside the tent. Audio equipment trembled. A metallic hum began emanating from the direction of the mound. Footage from a night vision camera revealed minute movements in the earth, soil shifting, breathing almost, like something underneath was stirring. A sudden, blinding flash overwhelmed every camera for a fraction of a second. When the image cleared, a strange figure could be seen on the edge of the clearing. Not quite human, not quite machine. It shimmered with a reflective quality, semi-transparent and angular, before vanishing in place like mist curling in reverse. Daybreak came too slowly for the team. Every moment of darkness after that event was heavy with dread. The crew didn't speak. They didn't have to. Their faces showed fatigue, but also wonder, an uncanny awe that only comes from standing close to something beyond understanding. The following morning, Brandon Fugel arrived on site via chopper, reviewing the footage frame by frame in silence. He pointed toward the spiral pattern in the image and then the decoded waveform. A match. This wasn't random. The pattern was recurring, intentional, even intelligent. A geological survey was launched at the newly discovered void under the mound. When they bored deeper, they uncovered a layer of ancient synthetic composite, almost ceramic in nature, but unburned by time. Embedded within it were what appeared to be microconduits, tubular channels no larger than a pin, arranged in circuit-like lattices, not tribal, not local, not known. Dr. Talcott's readings showed ambient radiation levels around the material had dropped to near zero, but spikes occurred when anyone held a metal object nearby, triggering resonance. She theorized the object beneath was a form of passive technology, not broadcasting, but waiting, listening. The episode closed with drone footage retreating from the ridge, scanning the forest below. Among the trees, subtle patterns began to emerge. Circles flattened into the pine brush, not unlike crop formations, but carved into the wilderness with mathematical precision. The markings formed the same spiral shape found in the corrupted image. One final shot lingered before the credits. The image zoomed in on a still from the thermal anomaly. Overlaid on the pulsating orb was a frequency waveform. The title card appeared slowly over Itageli, "I'm not alone. We never were." Beyond Skinwalker Ranch Season 3, Episode 4, The Lost Frequencies, deepens the series' chilling connection between unexplained terrestrial technology and something potentially non-human. This is not merely about ghosts or UFOs. This is about frequency, matter, and communication at the very edge of physics. While viewers may feel unsettled by what's shown, what's more unsettling is what's left unspoken. The growing sense that something old, something embedded within Earth's very crust, is now beginning to stir. And whatever it is, it may be listening to us now.